Nikolas I Decabrist revolt. Nicholas was not brought up to be the Emperor of Russia, as he had two elder brothers before him. In 1825, Alexander I suddenly died, with no kids to pass on the throne. Tsar Alexander I signed a secret manifesto making Nicholas the heir to the throne, since Constantine refused to be the Tsar after the death of Alexander I. Nicholas I knew nothing about this refusal and about the existence of the manifesto. When the news of Alexander's death reached St. Petersburg on 27th of November 1725, Nicholas I immediately swore allegiance to his older brother Constantine. The State Council, Senate, and army did the same. At the same time, in Warsaw, Constantine and the Kingdom of Poland swore an oath of allegiance to Nicholas. When the confusion was eventually cleared up, the whole country prepared to take a new oath of allegiance to the Emperor Nicholas I on 14th of December 1825. That day, on Senate Square, a group of military officials refused to swear the oath to Nicholas. These rebels were liberals who felt threatened by the new ruler's conservative view. When Tsar Alexander I wrote out his manifesto, it was not made public. Instead, it was hidden and only brought forth after his death. There was confusion over whether the document was legally binding, and the rebels felt that Nicholas cheated Constantine out of the throne. Also, the rebels were active in a new liberal movement from Europe. They wanted a free Russia state with a federal government and constitution instead of government under the Tsar. However, Nicholas was not known to favor these ideas, and was also less popular with the public than his brother. This combined to give the liberals hope that their time to move had come. The Tsar acted promptly and decisively. He surrounded the rebels with loyal forces and gave the order to open fire on them. The December Revolution was harshly suppressed. 5 of the ringleaders were executed, while 120 active participants were exiled or sentenced to hard labor. Wives of many Decabrists, Decembrists, or in по-русски Декабристы, followed their husbands into exile. The expression Decabrist wife, or Decembrist wife, is a Russian symbol of the devotion of a wife to her husband. Maria Volkonsky, the wife of this Decembrist leader Sergei Volkonsky, notably followed her husband to his exile in Irkutsk. Writer Lev Tolstoy, who was the grandson of Sergei Volkonsky. Nicholas disliked serfdom and contemplated abolishing it in Russia, but did not do so for particular reasons of state. He feared the landowners and believed they might turn against him if he abolished serfdom. However, he did make some efforts to improve the lot of the state peasants with the help of the minister Pavel Kiselov. During most of his ruling, he tried to increase his control over the landowners and other influential groups in Russia. In the 1833, Mikhail Mikhailovich Speransky publishes the complete collection of the laws of the Russian Empire, which contained 35,000 in attachment. This codification, called the Full Collection of Laws, Полное собрание законов, was presented to Nikolas I and formed the basis for the collection of laws of the Russian Empire, Свод законов Российской империи. During the 1848 in Europe took place few of the revolution movements. Nicholas was afraid of the effect of the results of these movements on Russia, therefore he prohibited any connection with Europe. So I would like you to compare, to think back a little bit on our first semester in September, when we start talking about Peter I, Peter the Great, and compare him to some of the reforms that Nicholas I did, particularly with European connection. This is the end of the chapter 79, and now you have to answer the questions. See you next chapter.